Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another video with Brooklyn. How are you all doing this wonderful Wednesday morning? It's hump day. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I want to talk about R. Kelly for a minute, okay? I watched a video, y'all, of R. Kelly in prison singing. My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. And he was singing his heart out, y'all, with a man sitting right next to him. And the man was just laughing and blushing all over himself. And R. Kelly was killing that song because we know R. Kelly got a bomb voice, right? He was singing, my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. He was killing it. You can see all the way back down here in the back of his throat. I was like, okay, R. Kelly, first of all, that song you singing, bruh, in a man's prison, a prison full of men, you are out here singing, my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. The man sitting next to him, the dude sitting next to him was like, oh. He was blushing all over himself. He was all into it. I was like, you should be singing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. You know what I'm saying? Or Nobody Knows the Trouble I Sing. I was like, R. Kelly, come on, bro. It's like, okay, just sing Doing the Bud. Just go ahead and sing Doing the Bud. Because what you're singing is like, it's supposed to be a man, I would assume, singing that song to a woman, or a woman singing to a man. I don't know. But he was singing it in a man's prison, and the man was sitting right next to him. It was crazy. So anyway, R. Kelly. So now I want to talk about Cardi B. Social media is in a frenzy. They are wanting to cancel Cardi B. They are comparing Cardi B to Bill Cosby, okay? Now, we all know Cardi B got on live and she said that she drugged men that thought they were going to meet her at a hotel and she was going to have intimate relations with these men for money. She got on live and she admitted to basically luring these men in hopes of them having to engage in intimacy with her for money. So she would get them there, drug them, and rob them and leave them there, right? They are comparing her to Bill Cosby. And a lot of people are saying you cannot compare the two because Bill Cosby allowed women to be in his home or wherever he was, drug them, and his intentions were to assault these women, okay? Intimately. It was really not intimate, but you know, assault. Against their approval. Cardi B lured the men and drugged them, but she did not have sex with the men. That was not her goal. Her goal was to rob them. People are saying Bill Cosby had another agenda. He wanted to drug the women to have sex with them. And Cardi B had her agenda to drug people and have, rob them. They're saying you can't compare it. A lot of people are saying you can't compare this. And that's not right. And some people are saying, no, if they can lock Bill Cosby up, they can lock her up. And it's not that they both lured people to their den of deceit. Okay? They both lied to these women and men to make them think they were going to get something else once they arrived to their destination. Okay? They both did that same act. Then they both drugged their prey. Just one was going to steal someone's innocence and the other one stole somebody's money. But it's the same act until it gets to the end. And as far as I know, luring someone into a nest that's dangerous is a crime. Drugging someone is a crime. Assaulting them sexually or whatever you have is a crime. And robbing somebody is a crime. And they are drugged and knocked out and don't know what's going on. And you have to still realize too, when you are drugging someone, you're taking a chance of that person dying. Because you do not even know if their body is going to react the way you want it to react. It may knock them out, but they may never wake up again. Or they can wake up, their hair done fell out the back of their head, their eyes crossed up, lips drooping, they can't hear, they can't walk, foot turned into the left, arm twisted to the back. You don't know what some kind of these drugs and things are going to have an effect on people. You just don't know. Some people smoke marijuana, they get paranoid. Some people smoke marijuana, they go to sleep. Some people eat. Some people get friendly. Some people get aggressive. Drugs play a different role in people. You know, even just taking prescribed medication, penicillin. I can't take penicillin. It breaks me out in hives. Someone else can take penicillin and be fine. So they were both willing to take a risk of someone losing their lives. So do you compare them? To a certain extent, I think you can. I think you can, because they both committed punishable crimes. They both committed crimes that would levy any regular person prison time. Okay? Cardi B is a superstar now. But if they had caught her before her stardom, her superstardom, Cardi B would have went to prison for drugging men and robbing them. She would have went to prison. That's the law. So just random people or her followers or just, you know, social media comparing them, it's not even that. It's the law compares them, because she would go to prison. Even if she didn't have sex with them. If she got caught and them men found her and they would have pressed charges on her, she would have gotten prison time. Just like Bill Cosby got prison time. So that's what they are saying. The public is saying she needs to be held accountable. They want to cancel her. They tired of Cardi B. They want her done. Now, whether that'll happen or not, I don't know. Who knows if that'll happen? You know, because she did get on live, like I said, and she did admit it. And if you all remember, Rick Ross, they canceled Rick Ross. Nobody wanted to do with Rick Ross because he made a song that he popped the girl a Molly. He put it in his music, and they heard it in his music and didn't want nothing to do with him no more. So is it a double standard that women can do it because she was saying that, you know, she was struggling, nobody never gave her nothing, and she did what she had to do? That still does not negate the fact that it's a crime. You have reasons for doing things. People steal to feed their children. You know, people do all kinds of things, you know, have reasons behind it. But that still don't negate the fact that it's a crime. You know, and people are saying, well, if you can charge Bill Cosby and I guess not Rick Ross, but R. Kelly for sexual assault or whatever the case may be, holding them against their will and things like that, Cardi B should be held accountable. Because if you put somebody under the influence of drugs against their will, that's almost to the extent of basically holding them against their will and kidnapping them, because they would not want to be in that situation. Nobody wants to be drugged and don't know they're being drugged. You putting something in their drink. And like I said, again, it could kill them. That's a really, really risky thing to do. Because you don't know they don't know what these men and women are going through now with that drug was in their system, what kind of effect it had, a long-term effect it had in their bodies. Now, these men, the difference between the men and the women in Bill Cosby case went there in hopes of being able to have a career. He was going to help them and they were going to read scripts and whatever the case may be, okay? And I don't think it was sex because he drugged them. If that was an agreement, he wouldn't have to drug them. That's just what I believe. If they had agreed, you come here, read the script, but we're going to do a little bit, you're going to show me your cookies, he wouldn't have to drug them. So I don't think that was part of the agreement, and that's why he snuck and did what he did. Cardi B, the men, they went there looking to see her cookies. They wanted to taste the chocolate chip. Okay? She reneged. But if these people, that's the difference. The men went for chocolate chips. The women didn't go for chocolate chips. They weren't willing to show their chocolate chips. They went over here to see Cardi's chocolate chips, okay? I think that's the difference. The men was going, they had an agenda to be sexual. The women went because they wanted a career. Okay, and I'm losing my train of thought here. But what I'm saying is that would be the difference. So they would say, well, the men, they went for that. That's what happened. That's what you get. But at the end of the day, a John or not, they should still have not been drugged. You don't drug people. You don't drug people. That's just a crime in itself. So if Cardi B was a regular, average woman out here on the street doing them things, she would be in jail. She would go to prison. If they caught her, she would go to prison. You know, but people are comparing her to Bill Cosby. You know, right now they're focusing on Bill Cosby, but you know, you never know. They might look into Cardi B. I don't know. I'm not saying one way or another. I'm just saying that's the law. You drug people and rob them. You normally a regular person, me, I would go to prison. You know, I would. So anyway, I'm going to show you the outfit of the day. Y'all, I talked to the IRS last night. I was on hold for 2 hours. Finally, somebody answered the phone. It was almost midnight, so they're working from home. She was the rudest. This woman was so rude. She came on the line rude. She was just downright rude. And me and her got to arguing because she was going to tell me that I didn't know my name. She said, what's your name? And I gave her my name. I'm looking at the letter in my hand that I received. I know who I am, but I'm reading the letter, how it, the name, how it is on the paper. She's telling me that's not what my computer says. You need to give it to me what my screen says. Your full name. I said, I'm giving you my full name. I know who I am, and I'm reading it how y'all have it typed on the letter. That's not what my screen says. I'm like, so we arguing back and forth. Finally, I give her my first name, a middle initial, and my last name. And that middle initial is not my middle initial. And she said that was right. So she was just being a bit-ish, okay? Then she asked me for my address. While I'm giving her the address, she cuts me off and said, I don't want your address. I want your name again. Then, after we get past the name, I give her the address. I need the whole address, not half. Oh, it was horrible. Finally, I had to shut up because she threatened, if you don't want to listen to me, you can call somebody else. You need to calm down. And I know how the IRS is. They are not supposed to bully you. They are not supposed to bully you and mistreat you. But I know if you arguing with them, they can do stuff to make your life miserable. So I just shut up and got my situation solved. But my point is, she was just awful. I just had to say that. She was awful. She does not have good customer service. She is rude and she is a bully. And I know I wasn't the only one she talked to like that last night. I know she was tired because it was almost midnight. But I sat on that phone for 2 hours waiting for somebody to pick up, and she did. She came on. She was hostile. And it's not my fault that COVID got y'all backed up, you know. They keep losing my returns. It's awful. I done sent certified letters 2 and 3 times. They losing them. You know. So anyway, I'm going to show you the outfit of the day. This is just an old little dress that I had. And these are the shoes. Well, let me show you the dress first. I have to stand up on my handy dandy chair. Y'all know how that is. It's like a tie-dye. Okay? And this is the dress. It comes up on the sides. And then it's like a V in the front. Okay? And then that's the side. And then the back is long, actually. You know, it's like a long V in the back, and it comes up in the front. And it's, you know, pleated. And it's the rich African violet, purple. Got some dark purple, and it's, you know, the lime green and the whites. It's really pretty. It's comfortable. Okay, so I'm going to wear this today. And this is the little slide that I'm going to wear with it. My little lime green slides. I love these kind of shoes. Okay, so I'm going to wear these. And I'm going to wear these sunglasses because they have green in them. And I love the match. So I'm going to wear these sunglasses. You see they have all the green here. And I was going to put on some purple lipstick because I normally wear purple lipstick. But yesterday I had on my lipstick and I just seemed like I couldn't breathe more with the lipstick on. Excuse me. And my mask, so like the mask and the lipstick was really, really like smothering me. I was like, I gotta take this lipstick off my lips because I can't breathe. Whew. So, and I'm going to wear my Bath and Body Works fragrance, Velvet Sugar, body lotion. And I have several more bottles of this and stuff like that, but it's in the room. I'm going to finish this up. And this is the spray. And this does smell so good. So I will put this on first, okay? Then I will top it with this, with the body cream. Then I'll put the body spray on again. Then this. I do this about 3 or 4 times. And it'll last all day. You walk into an establishment and they can smell you. It's not overbearing. But this right here helps it. You put the lotion on first because it helps this from penetrating into your skin and disappearing. This plays a barrier. So the body spray and the perfume or the cologne that you're wearing will sit on top of the barrier. Then you lock this in again with this. So it's cream, body spray, and cream, like a sandwich to lock it in. Then you go back on top and you just layer it as many times as you want to layer it. You may go through a lot of perfumes and body sprays and body creams and things like that. But if you want it to last all day, even some of my good perfumes, I do it the same way. I do it the same way. So it doesn't matter if it's a good perfume or a cheap perfume. I layer. And, you know, people always say, oh, you smell so good. I can smell you. What is that? Because I layer, whether it's an expensive perfume or a cheaper body spray or perfume, you know. So anyway, you all have a wonderful, happy hump day. And with that being said, I'm going to say vielen Dank. That's thank you very much in German. So vielen Dank for watching me. And choose, that's what? That's bye in German.